When one car manufacturer decides to take on another and go directly for the jugular and take on one of their models in particular, you know it's going to be serious business. And that's exactly what Lexus have done with this, their new small saloon, the IS200. They've aimed their sights squarely at BMW's new 3 Series. Now, of course, Lexus is the luxury brand of Toyota. Toyota are one of the biggest car manufacturers in the world, and they have very, very deep pockets. Even so, Lexus still need to come up with a good car, and I think they probably have. The styling of the IS200 is very smart on the inside, as you'll see in a moment, and in my opinion, on the outside it has shades of Ford's new edge design policy with some very, very sharp angular lines. It looks better than the 3 Series, dare I say it. Only the Alpha 156 is more gorgeous. Now, I think the IS200 is a car that will stand out in that crowded executive car park amongst the A4s, the 3 Series, the Mercedes and the Saabs. There are 3 models to choose from: the base S model, the SE and this sport version which gets tinted rear windows should you be a celebrity or want lots of privacy, 17-inch alloy wheels and a rear boot spoiler. And it's also here at the rear where I think the IS200 looks most like its big brother, the GS300. But come and take a look at the smart interior. Inside, it's very smart with some really striking features like the dials designed to look like a chronograph watch. You want to reach out and grab it and rotate the bezel, which of course you can't. You also get drilled alloy pedals, alloy gear lever, leather and suede effect seating, and a very smart pop-up satellite navigation system. Almost everything is standard on all 3 models, including climate control, a quality audio system with CD. Only the satellite navigation is an extra that will cost you £2,100, which isn't bad. Now, of course, the IS200 is all about driving ability and fun, and it doesn't disappoint. Lexus knew that they had a tough job to come up with a car that could take on the new 3 Series. So firstly, it had to be rear-wheel drive. They've given it double wishbone suspension and wide wheels and low-profile tyres for optimum handling and braking. Lexus spent a long time developing and tuning the IS200 for European roads, testing across France, Britain, Belgium and Germany. They worked hard on an ideal weight distribution, putting heavy objects like the battery and fuel tank towards the centre and moving the engine back behind the front axle line. It's very interesting that Lexus decided that the engine for the IS200 would be a 2-litre straight 6 linked to either a 6-speed close ratio gearbox or a 4-speed automatic. It's the only engine option in the range at the moment. It develops 153 brake horsepower with 144 pounds-feet of torque and is a very, very sweet engine indeed. You need to push it hard though to get the best out of it. It revs very freely right the way round to the 6,500 RPM red line when the limiter kicks in. The market sector the IS200 is in is very, very competitive and dominated by the 3 Series BMW with nearly a 40% market share. Other rivals would be the Mercedes C-Class, Audi A4 and the Alpha 156. Interestingly, the IS200 does not have a direct rival at BMW in terms of the engine size. There's no 2-litre 3 Series. So will there be more powerful versions of the IS200? Well, don't be surprised. When, though, is anybody's guess. The IS200 uses a fly-by-wire throttle, and it just seems to struggle a bit for me low down in the gears until you get it above 3,000 RPM. Now, in every car we drive, we look for the good points and, of course, the bad points. And to be honest, there aren't that many bad points with the new IS200. It's quiet, it's refined, you know it's going to be reliable. It's very competitively priced at between £21,000 and £23,000. Lexus aim to sell around 8,000 of these a year, which doesn't sound unrealistic. It's just a shame it doesn't have a bit more grunt and a bit more power. Who knows, in the future, it may well do. And if it did, it would make the Lexus IS200 into a really superb car.